Hey everyone, I am up in the mountains about a little over an hour away from home, doing a solo camp in a tent and not the trailer. Work has been crazy busy, crazy stressful, and I just needed a break. Needed to get back to nature and enjoy and kind of recharge. As an introvert, I work from home, which is fantastic as an introvert, but I get off work and my oldest is already home from school, so I don't get any downtime by myself, which I kind of need occasionally to recharge. So I'm up here, brought the truck, the tent, a couple pads, sleeping bag, very basic food. Currently cooking some stew on my Firebox Nano with the gas burner, just out of ease tonight. If I needed something a little bit later on, I'll use one of the other Firebox stoves and maybe cook up some Spam or something. Or maybe I'll have that for lunch tomorrow, I don't know. But I also have my freestyle that I can use for a fire pit this evening, which I'll probably do. Even though there's a fire pit over there, I just want to have a fairly small fire. I don't bring any big wood, just enough to fit in the freestyle, and maybe I'll cook with that. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Good morning. It is just after 7 a.m. I did not sleep exceptionally well, mostly because I forgot how much I hate sleeping bags. And I'm not on a cot. I'm just on some pads on the ground. And that was on purpose. I thought, hey, I'll take a couple pads just on the ground. Make it a quick and easy trip. The pads kept slipping off of each other. So a few times in the middle of the night, I had to wake up and kind of restack everything and whatnot. I do have a wool blanket that I brought with me. And at one point in the night, I climbed out of the sleeping bag, laid on top of the sleeping bag, and used the wool blanket. But that wasn't quite warm enough. I had a little bit of a breeze, a little bit of cold pockets. And it could be because I'm sleeping on top of a sleeping bag that's meant to be slept in. And I don't know, still trying to figure out the whole wool blanket thing. But the camp that was down right behind me, they all left this morning on ATVs and UTVs and whatever. I'm assuming they're hunting. They got back last night, started a generator, but that was kicked off by like 9. Then they were quiet. They were quiet anyway. But they've all left, and I'm just going to figure out what I'm going to do for today before I decide to head home. But I think I'm going to get dressed and go make some breakfast. All right, camp is torn down. It is only 10:20. However, there's a spot up the road that I want to go test. See if the spot I was thinking I was coming to last night was actually a little further up the road. So this morning, I got up, used my Firebox freestyle, built a fire, boiled water for some instant oatmeal and some tea, and just enjoyed and slowly packed things up and shot some slingshots. The first one I shot was my custom Forget About It from You'll Shoot Your Eye Out. And man, that thing was deadly. Shooting out of a can, just doing can chases here in the woods. More hits than misses. And then I broke out the Scout X, which took a little bit to dial in. I mean, the Scout X and my custom Banana Hands Fug, the gap is almost identical as far as like the fork width and everything else. Almost identical. The only difference is I have TheraBand Gold in a different pouch on the X than I do, and then I have Simple Shot, I think 0.5 millimeter black on the Fug. Different pouch, different bands. Same ammo, just took a little bit for the to dial in the X with the different bands. But It's a fantastic night. I slept like crap. But other than the not great sleeping, great weekend as far as just getting away, having a fire, a couple fires, cooking, being out here by myself, enjoying nature with the occasional motorcycle, if you can hear that in the background. Since it is deer season, at least muzzle loader, I've seen a couple trucks come up the road that where I am just parked off of. So there's a main road back there, then there's a dirt road right behind me. A couple of vehicles have come on the dirt road. But I think I'm going to head out, have a wedding reception to go to this evening. So I'm going to head out here shortly, just make sure I leave camp cleaner than I was when I arrived. What a great weekend. Great evening, great day. And looking forward to getting home and showering. That's always nice after a good camp, is a nice shower. All right, I am home from my solo trip. It was fantastic. On the way back, I said I was going to swap by and swing by another place I thought was actually up the road. I was wrong. I passed it, going to the spot that I actually camped. But on the way back home, I went up. So the place I wanted to go to is a little E. It connects to the main road at the top, and it kind of goes down, curves in like this, and goes back, and basically does like a little E. So I went through the top portion of that road and pulled in and went up the little hill. I mean, little hill, like maybe a 5-foot rise. And there was a baby moose sitting right there. So I tried to get my camera as quickly as I could, or my phone, to take a picture of it. Moose kind of bounded off a little bit. I could still see the top of his head. So drove up, crept up that little hill a little bit more, and found 2 moose. So that was the last thing I saw. And then I went through and drove through the little camping area. There were plenty of sets available, none of which were as secluded or as shaded as where I was. So all in all, it's good that I was where I went, and it was enjoyable. So I'm very much looking forward to doing that again. A couple things that I would change is I'd take a cot and not as many pads to kind of stack up. They just slid off anyway. But a cot, probably an air pad, another one underneath it, and blankets. Not a sleeping bag, because I do not like sleeping bags. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you all on the next one, whenever that is.